Hey, what's up you guys? I decided to turn myself into a sexy zombie. If you want to see how I got this look, feel free to keep on watching. Send your eyebrows on vacation and prime your face. Throw on an old bandana you don't care about and attach your gelatin brain mold. We're gonna stick the edges down with some spirit gum, but only where they actually hit the face. Tack up the edges of the spirit gum and start blending in the edges of the bandana. I didn't have a bald cap, so I just used what I had on hand. I used a spatula to smooth the edge of the beginning of the brain prosthetic and used spirit gum to stick down a large piece of gelatin that I used a platter with a ridged edge to mold. I used a random brush to dot the teal color from the flash palette from Makeup Forever all over my face and body, and a beauty blender just to blend that out. On some parts of my face and body I had to use a second coat, but the process is the same, which is you just dot the color on and blend it out with the sponge. And the sponge should be damp. Set with the translucent powder on a fluffy brush. With a super fluffy brush, contour your brow bone, your cheek, your frown lines, and your temples, and under your lip too. I used a piece of paper to kind of crisp up that cheek contour and blended it out with a fluffy brush. Contour your eye sockets. Blend out after each step for a seamless, sexy, sucked up look. Chin contour come through, mama. Next, differentiate between each sternocleidomastoid mastoid in the neck area and the collarbones, and gently gradient down with a dark blue in each of the contour places. So place that pigment in the center or the deepest part of the contour and blend out accordingly. Because death does not stop at the nostrils, we must put some pigment there and also around the cupid's bow. Like I said before, you're just going to place that pigment in the center or deepest part of the contour and drag it out. Don't add more pigment, just blend it into the skin. Go for the Smurf raccoon look by buffing in that blue pigment all over your eye area. Give yourself a fierce brow bone and buff out the excess texture with a beauty blender. I also snatched myself a nose. And you can use the beauty blender to remove opacity from any of the pigments you put on your face. That means you can use it to fix your mistakes, guys. Using an eyeliner pencil, I tight-lined, and lined my waterline, and also all around the hood of my eye, above where my eye meets the hood, and then buffed in a black pigment to set the smoky eye look. I immediately blended out with a dark blue pigment so that it would smoke out as much as possible. I began using black at the darkest parts of my contours, and I just put that right at the edge with that same brush because I wanted it to look as cut as possible and also as shadowed as possible, if that makes any sense, so that when you look at the contour it is very, very defined, because we're dead and we can look as chiseled as we want to be, okay? I added in some more teal cream paint, buffed it in with a beauty blender, and set it on all the high points of my face again just to prepare it for a highlight. Do the same thing you do on your face, on your chest. I highlighted my nose, my cheekbones, my brow bone, my chin, my jawline, my sternocleidomastoid, and my clavicles, and I just redefined some of the contours with that black, doing the same philosophy I talked about before, so just putting that at the center and blending out. My favorite lipstick is Jawbreaker by Jefree Star Cosmetics, and I will jump at any opportunity to put that all over my face. With a foundation brush, I buff in a dark pink aqua paint, and I use a wet paper towel to wipe it off so that I can expose the ridges of the gelatin mold, and then I use pink to highlight that. Red paint mistakes say what? I left it because I'm going to drip blood, so don't worry. Contrast the edge with the red aqua paint in a flat brush, and use black on a detail brush and buff it out with the same foundation brush without doing anything to it after applying that pink color to paper in the black color, and then redefine the edge with red. Pop in some red pigment, but it was covered in blood so it doesn't really matter, but you can see how it would shadow really nicely. Ombre out that lip with that dark blue, and then clean up your design however you see fit. Adding a highlight with a Furless Cosmetics loose pigment called Brutalize, I really liked it. And then I just set all of the shadows with the teal pigment on a large fluffy brush again. There will be blood! Well, gelatin blood specifically. I'm using a spatula to apply this just to the edge of the ridge of the prosthetic where the brain meets the skull. I ended up putting it all over my brain at some point, but I initially just thought it was going to be right there at the time. Otherwise, I would have just done it all in one step. A gelatin techniques tutorial will be linked in the description box below when it is produced, which will be very soon because I just got all of the props. And with a paper towel, I wiped on some fake blood and then covered it up with the gelatin blood because it looked weird. Carefully add your props. For me, that was a tank top and a hat to cover up the back edge because I can't see that, and a jacket. And some sunglasses because I'm a sexy zombie, and don't you know sexy zombies have aviator sunglasses. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, feel free to comment down below and thumbs up this video. If you want to see more of me, follow me under all social media with the username zachzenga. Until next time, from my face to yours, have a nice day now. Bye!